Hi folks, welcome to a new Jess Plays. This time we are playing a new fun game from Square Enix, as you can see here. Eagerly waiting your arrival. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the storyteller. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I shall be your guide going forward. Now then, before we begin our story, there are several things I must bring to your attention. First, this game uses autosave. The game will automatically save at regular intervals, so you may stop playing at any time. Saving is a very important element of games. It is the only way to keep your memories in place. If you do not wish to rely on autosave alone, you can also save manually via the menu. Next, please look at the upper right of the screen. This is the menu button. Look at that. From here you can check the text log, view useful files, and switch auto mode on and off. You can also adjust the brightness, volume, and other settings in the options menu. For instance, if there's a voice you would prefer not to hear, you can mute it by setting voice volume to 0. I suggest you check the brightness controls and other settings now before going on. Okay. I like our, We're just generating a CAPTCHA code here. So anyway, we're playing Paranormasight, everybody. This is a suggestion from my friend Harry, actually. He was the one who was like, hey, you need to play this. He's like, don't look up anything about it, just play it. So here we are. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at our options here. So for the game language, you have to change it from the title screen, so we're kind of stuck in there for right now. Text speed, normal, brightness, just the brightness until the yeah, that's fine. Audio, music volume, sound effects volume, voice volume, these are all at 10. I guess that's fine for now. Standard, display mode, full screen, windowed, borderless, low res, standard. Okay. We'll see how I feel about this grainy filter as time goes on. I also usually do stuff in windowed mode when I'm trying to record, just because it makes things easier for me to, check on. But, yeah, that's fine. We can leave it in full screen for right now. Controls, camera, standard, confirm settings. A is confirm, B is cancel. Sure, okay. Key bindings. Confirm, enter, cancel, backspace, up, down, left, right. WSED. Q to use curse. Menu is tab and auto is page up. Okay. Should be fine, I think. I don't know what this does, but I guess we can't do anything yet. Person of interest, storyteller. Well, we know the occupation. They're a storyteller, it says right there. Guys, those who visit Paranormasight. Everything else about it remains a mystery. I also like the mask here. It's very yummy shibai. Do we have any things? We got nothing. All culture, society, 7 mysteries, gameplay. Alright, okay. Boop 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 boop. Oh, okay, now I have files. How to play! I'm not using a gamepad. Maybe I should, but maybe I should, but look around in most situations when you're able to use the controller. Try looking around for hidden cues. Auto-saving, changing settings. Okay. I'm really stressing the voice volume thing. Is there gonna be some sort of, shenanigans? I'll explain other essential functions when the time is right. There is one more thing I wanted to confirm before we continue. It feels strange without going on without knowing your name. Please, tell me what I may call you. 10 letters or less, baby? Alright. So usually for these, I'll come up with a name for a character, but we'll just do Jess for this one, that's fine. I see. Oh, interesting, okay. So we're going, you put it in, but they just choose your Steam name anyway. For ease... How rude of me. Please pardon my mistake. This is gonna be one of those kinds of games. Alright. I was sure that's what you said, but it seems I was wrong. What came over me? Let me try again. You wish to be called Jess? Sure. I see, very good. I seem to have gotten it right this time. Alright, now that we've been properly introduced, let's begin our story. From antiquity to present day, regardless of how society and civilization evolve, death has been a constant presence that none have ever escaped. Whether it is of one's own, or that of someone close, death is always a difficult thing to accept. This is an immutable reality, a value shared by all, no matter the age they live. In fact, oral traditions reflecting people's fears and prayers regarding death still remain, ghosts, spirits, and so on. Similarly, in an attempt to defy death, many curses, rituals, and customs have been born, from burning spirit incense to summoning the souls of the dead. Some of those secret arts are still being passed down to this day. Ah, on that note, Jess, this may seem rather abrupt, but is there someone you wish to bring back from the dead? What if you had one chance to use the secret art of resurrecting the dead? Yes, if you had the power to bring back someone to life, one time and one time only, what would you do? I'd use it even though to sacrifice someone, use it to sacrifice someone, use it to kill no, because I feel like for me, at least in my sort of like pet way of interacting with the world, I feel like, no, I wouldn't want to bring somebody back from the dead. I feel like there's too much monkey paw shenanigans going on. So no, I'm not going for that. How do I know they're not happy being dead? You know what I mean? Why would they want to come back into this nonsense? So, nah. I see. Very interesting. Yes, that's what I thought you would say. What seems to be the matter? Ah, you want to know what this box that has been sitting here is? Dude, I'm old enough to know a TV. Alright? I know what a CRT television looks like, alright? It's quite the curious thing, isn't it? This is called a color television. The world I'll be sending you to is full of devices such as this that do not exist in the age you're from. I mean, technically not wrong, they don't exist anymore. Well, I mean they do, but they're not prolific. In this era, a color television can be found in nearly every household. That is not all. For example, if a person should wish to contact someone while they're out of their home, use public telephones like this that can be found all over the city. It's funny, we actually talked about this recently, about public telephones and how they still exist. You can still use them. Could you imagine what life would be like in such a time? Again, I was alive in the 90s. I'd be thrilled to have you continue this story, Jess. After all, that is why you came here, no? So let us begin. I have kept you waiting long enough. I present to you Paranormasight, a bizarre tale surrounding the curse known as the Rite of Resurrection. A peculiar yarn ensnaring 9 men and women in a fierce fight for their lives as it unravels. Sounds like an Ishikoshi game. Some of the characters appearing within surely share your views on the Rite of Resurrection. I imagine those who have lost someone dear to them will feel particularly strongly about it, clinging to it as their last desperate hope. The first I shall introduce, a man named Shogo Okie, is one of them. Okay, Shogo Okie. He's a guy, he's an office worker. Shogo is an unremarkable young man entering his 3rd year of working in the planning department at Hihaku Soaps, a chemical company headquartered in Sumida. Oh, Sumida, alright. So we're in Tokyo. Born in Western Tokyo. Ooh, where in Western Tokyo, Shogo? To an ordinary family around the same time as the birth of the color TV, he grew up amidst a boom of special effects-heavy action films, anime, variety shows, professional baseball, and pop music. Shogo graduated from a famous private university in Tokyo, and has since, we'll just say Waseda, and he has since settled into an apolitical mindset, common among those of his generation, with no strong ideals and no particular dissatisfaction with the world as it develops around him. Lame. He is content to just go with the flow, having stumbled into his current position by pure chance. and it's safe to assume he will follow the stereotypical path of working his way up the ladder, starting a family and remaining at the same company until retirement. He plays folk guitar as a hobby and is currently looking for a girlfriend. Okay, so that's Shogo. Ooh, what's the breaking news? Oh, I wonder what it could be at such a time. Early this morning, the body of a drowned man was discovered at a park in Sumida City. Police have identified the body as Shogo Okie, a 25-year-old man who worked at a company in the area. As signs of a struggle were found, the Sumida police suspect foul play and have launched an investigation. Oh, excuse me. Please pay no mind to what you've just seen. Goodness, very nearly saw something that would have spoiled the story. Just pretend you didn't see that. Let us turn back in time a smidge and start from there. Do you understand? You saw nothing. You know nothing. Yep. This is fun. This is the kind of, like, mid-tier sort of game where it's like it's getting a little weird with it. I like it. Shogo? Shogo, are you alright? Hey, can you hear me? Okay, so this is some girl we know. You may be wondering why I'm playing this in English, and the reason I'm playing it in English is because I'm playing it for YouTube. Generally, I tend to play games in whatever the language of origin is, as long as I know it well enough to play it. But in this case, it's just easier just to play it in English for YouTube. Because, you know, I mean, I'm not like, it's like with Kimi ga Shine, right? Like, I can play it in Japanese on my own later and see what the differences are and maybe comment on that, but for right now, we'll just stick in English. Huh? Hey, that's not a proper answer. Earth to Shogo Okie. What do you think you're doing, falling asleep here? Give me quite the shock. Come on now, up with you. Up. Okay, that was a yosho if I ever seen one. There. How's that? Alright? Are we drunk? Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Are your humors off balance? I'm fine, I think. There's definitely nothing wrong with my humors, though my head's still a little fuzzy. Okay. Okie Shogo. Gotcha. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Turn your head around a little bit and see if you can walk alright. Okay, when the game's in your control, drag the screen or move the right stick to look around. Try looking around your surroundings now. Okay, so I can drag the screen. I mean, yeah, this sure looks like Sumida-ku. Okay, so we're in Sumida-ku. We've got... It's nighttime. We're in a park. Got some play structures here. Got a map. Yep. Good, good. You seem to be fine. What a relief. Do you remember anything? Like, where we are, or what we were doing? Oh no, you look so confused. You're messing with me, right? Stop it, you're scaring me. Alright, let's just calm down. Take a good look around you, okay? Okay, select things you want to investigate. You can converse with people by selecting their faces. Okay. So you can go boop and talk to her. Alrighty, let's look at our surroundings here. Where are we? Alright, this is Sumida City, Tokyo. Right, Kinshibori Park, near Kinsho Station. Yoko brought me here saying she needed my help with something important. It's just past midnight. That explains why there's nobody else around. Okay, we'll look at that in a sec. Playground, okay. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, so we've already looked at all the... Okay, we can look at the phone booth. These phone booths are all over town. The lights are always on so they can be used in an emergency. Okay. we'll look at our stuff. So they said there's like hidden stuff that we can find. So that's an interesting looking playground. And it's crawling with kids during the daytime, but it's kind of peaceful here at night. There's something I can... Alright, yokel. What do you want? Yikes, that was close. If we died before we got our hands on the rite of resurrection, everything would be over before it started. Cool. Ugh, I'm still a little woozy. What the hell's wrong with me? There's a girl here. Who is she? Okay. Oh, I can... Ah, that's Fukunaga Yoko. Good, at least I can remember that much. I first met her about a month ago. She's 23, works as a housekeeper, and is really into the occult. If I think harder, I can probably recall a little more about what's going on. We've only met a few times, but we've really hit it off. She's a lot of fun to be around. No idea how she feels, though. I get the sense she isn't thinking about me that way right now. But I know I've got a thing for bubbly girls who are into dark things like the occult. Don't we all, Shogo? Yeah, Fukunaga Yoko. That's a pretty auspicious last name. We'll take a look at her in a minute. Okay. On booth, surroundings, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's take a look at our stuff in here. Our fillets. Okay. So we got Sumida-ku, one of the 23 districts of Tokyo. Located in the eastern part of the city, it's surrounded by the Sumida, Arakawa, and Kyunaka rivers. At the start of the Showa era, the area was still divided into two districts, the southern Honjo and the northern Mukojima, and they were merged into one district after the Second World War. It is said to be named after the Sumida River and the banks that line it. Unlike the river, however, its name uses the character for ink rather than the one for corner. Even now, people frequently mix up the two. Despite suffering extensive damage from both the Great Kanto earthquake and air bombings during the war, Sumida managed to recover and come out on top every time. Once filled with samurai residences, it's now home to a thriving industrial district and many residential zones, though evidence of its previous character can still be found in the area. I feel like, we're in, like... The color TV thing has led me to think that we're not in present day, so there's no mention of, like, the Sky Tree, you know? But yeah, major landmarks. Eiko Temple, Yasuda Gardens, site of Kira Kozuke-Kenosuke's residence, Sumida Park, yep. Metropolitan Memorial Hall, yep. And the Mukojima Hyakkaen Gardens, which I have been to. Those are nice. Okay, so we got Sumida-ku. If you're curious, like, so this is Eastern Tokyo over here. You got your eastern stuff, and then you got your 23 wards roughly in this area, and then as you go out this way, out toward the Hach, these are like cities out here, right? So you got like Machida down here. Maybe this is Machida. I don't remember. This might be something else. But yeah, you got a bunch of stuff. So Tokyo is not a city. Tokyo is a bunch... it's 23 special wards and a couple of cities in a coat. Alright. Kinshibori Park. Opened 1950, conveniently close to Kinshincho Station, and surrounded on all sides by roads. This paved park is a popular spot for people to meet or relax. Kinshibori Park was named after the Kinshibori Canal, part of the South Warigesui Canal, which can once be found nearby. In fact, the area's name, Kinshincho, was derived from the canal. Makes sense. I assume this is a photo of the actual park, because this looks a little bit more realistic than the game art. Telephone booth. Small booth containing a public telephone, most often found in parks or along roads. Local telephone calls can be placed at the rate of 10 yen per 3 minutes. More recently, telephone booths capable of accepting prepaid cards, known as telephone cards, have begun to spread, enabling one to make a phone call without the need for small change. I actually used to have a telephone card when I was a student, way back when, in the, the mid to late aughts. Yeah, I used to have a phone card with me, because even though I had a Garake, cell phone, I still carried it with me just in case, like, you know, my battery ran out or I lost my phone or whatever. Telephone booths in the downtown area tend to be plastered with unauthorized advertisements and leaflets, a problem that has shown no signs of slowing down. Yeah, you know what else this could be said about? My freaking mail slot. This is what happens when you have to live in live on the first floor. I wonder what this is going to turn into. I'm very curious what this is going to be. Okay, cool. Yoko, housekeeper. After obtaining a junior college degree, Yoko started working as a housekeeper. Due to her ability to see things others cannot, she's received strange looks from a young age. This ability spurred an interest in the paranormal, which she continues to pursue to this day. Following graduation, Yoko worked a desk job at a trading company but butted heads with her supervisor, who was skeptical of the supernatural, and quit within a year. Now, while working as a housekeeper, she spends her days devouring mystery magazines and visiting haunted spots. As she vowed to live life true to herself and never change for the sake of others, Yoko has no regrets about the path she has taken. Yoko has a dog! A Shiba named Ogopogo, who has been raised by her side since she was a student. Hell yeah, girl! It's funny about the thing about the desk job and, like, the supervisor, because not my supervisor, but one of the, like, manager class of people. One time she came into work and, like, just, like, turned casually to a bunch of us and was like, "This is one of those days of the year where you shouldn't look at the ocean." And we're like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's bad luck to look at the ocean today. You might see something you shouldn't." And we're like, "Well, I don't know what to tell you, but, like, we work in Yokohama and our building faces the water." And she's like, "I'm just saying." It was really funny. Alright. Okay. Got her. Right of resurrection, everything we were. Right, we're recalling things, that's right. Let me think, what can I remember? Okay, her name is Fukunaga Yoko. We met about a month ago. What's the deal with this park? It was around noon on one of my days off. I had just finished running some errands in Kinshicho, and I was just here taking a quick break. I was looking around absent-mindedly. Oh, I suppose I'm supposed to look around absent-mindedly. Kids. More children. Children everywhere. And then she's just gonna kind of pop up somewhere, presumably. When I noticed a girl loitering about. She was digging up holes in the sandbox and searching around the playground. She seemed to be enjoying herself, talking to the animal figures and patting them on the heads. My curiosity got the better of me before long, and I struck up a conversation. "Hey, are you, looking for something?" "Huh?" "Oh, sorry. I must look like a total weirdo." Yeah, I guess you could say I'm looking for something. If you want, I could give you a hand." "Really? I mean, that'd be a huge help, but... But? Are you really just a good Samaritan? Or are you after, you know, something else?" "Huh?" "Definitely the other thing." "You're funny. At least you're upfront about it." "Okay, I guess I'll let you help me. Be warned, you might regret what you've gotten yourself into." "No worries. What are you looking for, anyway? Did you lose a bracelet or something?" "Not exactly. I'm searching for one of the 7 mysteries. Supposedly, this is the location of the Whispering Canal. Is this like the 7 mysteries, like, that, like, every, like, elementary school has? Is that what this is about? You know that thing where it's like every elementary school has its own, like, seven, like, what is it? It's like, Nanatsu no Nazo Toka or whatever. The what? Now I've done it. I bet you think I'm some kind of lunatic. The 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Do you know anything about it? I figured everyone around here would have at least heard of it, but I guess not. Honjo is what the southern part of Suida is called. A long time ago, this part of Tokyo was split into 2 separate cities. The north part was Mukujima, and the south part was Honjo. Huh. Am I boring you? Well, I'm not a local or anything, I just work around here. Oh, no wonder you didn't know. Well, the Seven Mysteries of Honjo is a legend dating all the way back to the Edo period. Really? It's that old? That's like over 200 years ago. Oh, I've got your attention after all. I just assumed it was one of those fake stories made up to chase the occult craze. I don't blame you. A lot of the popular stories going around are pretty fishy. But the Seven Mysteries of Honjo are different, because they're all true. They're true? That's what I said. They're the real deal. So, hold on, what does that mean? Are you telling me there's actually paranormal stuff at work in this park? Yep, pretty much. But there's gotta be more to it. After all I've done, I still haven't found a thing. That was the first time I met Fukunaga Yoko. Oh, naruhodo. Alright, so Honjo. Location in the southern part of modern Sumida City. Stop calling it Sumida City, it's a coup. It consisted mostly of swamplands until the middle of the Edo period. While it wasn't originally considered part of the city of Edo itself, the area in the eastern side of the Sumida River began to be developed once the Ryogoku Bridge was built after the Great Fire of Meiriki. While Honjo is known for its large number of rivers and canals, many of these were dug during the area's urbanization for drainage and sewage. The Ryogoku Bridge area, home to the Eiko Temple, eventually became filled with both people and shops. After a magistrate was assigned to the area and shops continued to pop up, it soon became part of Edo proper as its reputation as a lively place spread. Honjo, along with other areas like Asakusa and Fukukawa, are still appreciated today for their old-fashioned feel and architecture. That is true. That is certainly true. We got an old map here. Okay. Whispering Canal. An enduring superstition. Formerly known as Kinshinbori, many fishermen once gathered on this section of the canal that ran through Honjo. As their days came to a close, the fishermen gathered up their catches. A terrifying voice would rise up from the canal, whispering, "Leave it behind! Leave it behind!" Those who ignored the voice found themselves unable to move, and their previously full baskets of fish emptied. They would then be dragged into the canal, never to return. This strange phenomenon continued to occur, and the people began to call this body of water the Whispering Canal. Kuniteru Utagawa painting. So this said that, like, all of this is made up, and, like, I'm not, like a Hyakumonogatari scholar or anything, so the limits of my paranormal and yokai whatever knowledge, are pretty, like... they're definitely there. There's definitely limits. So, it seems like this is just stuff they're making up for this particular game. But who knows? Occult craze, paranormal phenomena, the supernatural, aliens, cryptids, lost civilizations, ESP, the list goes on. Such unexplainable phenomena are quick to take on a life of their own. A plesiosaur named Nessie living in Loch Ness, sightings of mythical creatures like the Tsuchinoko or the Hibagon, the urban legend of the Kuchisaki Onna, television reports of spoon-bending psychics, documentaries which feature mediums and spirit photography. These are only a few examples of the stories that have captivated the public. There is no end to this obsession in sight, and magazines and paranormal phenomenon enjoying widespread publication. Most recently, rumors of an ancient ritual known as the Rite of Resurrection have been spreading in certain circles. Yeah, this reminds me of, like, a lot of movies, a lot of, like, particularly, like, horror movies that came out in Japan in, like, the late 90s and the early 2000s and stuff. They always had, like, that one character, like, there's always, like, the main character or one of the other, like, secondary leads or whatever. Somebody always has, like, I've got a friend who's real into this stuff. Like... Seven Mysteries of Honjo. Honjo became known as a hotspot for strange happenings during the Edo period. A number of these stories have survived to this day and become known as the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. While many of these were likely the result of people blaming things they didn't understand on spirits and monsters, the stories continue to be told as urban legends. Despite what the name would imply, there are actually more than 10 of these strange tales. Their roots likely come from stories told by the city's common folk. The most famous of the stories is the Whispering Canal, which eventually became the basis for both an idiom and a well-known rakugo story. Oh, interesting. Okay. Most famous. we've got the Whispering Canal, the Fool's Procession, the Beckoning Light, the Haunting Clappers, the Evergreen Beach, the Taiko of Tsugaru, the Foot-Washing Mansion, the One-Sided Reed, and the Ever-Burning Lantern. Okay, okay. Fun. We exchanged contact information, and we've talked on the phone a few times since. We've even met in person once or twice. But she never brought up the 7 Mysteries of Honjo again. I figured she'd gotten bored of it. Until today, when all of a sudden she decided to resume her search. Huh? Wait a second, where did Yoko go? According to Yoko, the Whispering Canal, one of the 7 Mysteries of Honjo, is around here somewhere. It's apparently the story that the expression left at the canal originally came from. I think I left myself a note about it. I should check my files. Yeah, I did. Okay, playground surroundings. Okay. Alright. Let's see what you're up to. There she is. She's back to digging up holes in the sandbox and searching around the playground. She seems to be enjoying herself, talking to the animal figures and petting them on the head. No animal needs that much petting. Geez, she's still at it. Okay. That's right, she asked me to come here and help her look for one of the 7 mysteries. Actually, I think I did some research on the 7 mysteries of Honjo. I can't remember it all too well. I should check my files. I have more? Oh, gee. Oh, these are all of them. Okay, so here's more of them. The Fool's Procession. A mysterious tale regaling an encounter had by a daimyo at his residence in Honjo Ushijima, now Komagata High School. While walking around his estate, he heard the sound of music, much like that of a Kagura performance. He commanded his people to find the source, but no matter how much they searched, the music would fade when one neared the Warigesui Canal. The source of the sound was never located. The story is also known as the Procession of the Tanuki, as many were of the belief that it must have been mischievous tricksters behind it all. Oh, I see the picture here. Okay. Beckoning Light. While walking alone on the road near Honoji at night, one might spot a hazy lantern light up ahead, despite there being no one around. Following it will cause it to go out suddenly while getting near, but just when one fears the darkness might swallow them up, another light will appear further ahead, as if guiding the one who sees it. Some say the flame is benevolent, leading people to their homes, while others believe a monster is leading people astray. Some even believe it's the vengeful spirit of someone that died, luring the lost to the land of the dead. I like this guy's smarmy expression. It's always like a fun kind of like ukiyo-e kind of deal. Haunting Clappers. As the evening bell rings in Irieicho, near present-day Shumoku Bridge, a night watchman patrols the dark streets and announces his presence by shouting warnings about fires, all while striking his wooden clappers. But tonight, the sound of another set of clappers answers back. He curiously claps his clappers together again. Clack, clack. The echo answers again. But no matter how hard he searches for the source of the second pair of clappers, he never finds it. Some say it was the work of a mischievous tanuki or kitsune, while others say it was a warning from the spirit of someone who lost their life in a terrible fire. Okay, Evergreen Beach. Once upon a time in northern Okurabashi, a beautiful beech tree stood in the garden of Lord Shinden's residence, now known as the former Yasuda Gardens. It was so impressive that the house became known among the people as the Beach Residence. Somehow, no one had ever seen a single leaf fall from the tree. As rumors spread of the eternally green tree, it became known as the Evergreen Beach. However, this particular species of tree was actually an evergreen. The lack of fallen leaves was nothing out of the ordinary. This has led people to say that the strangest part of this legend is the fact that it even became a legend at all. Taiko of Tsugaru. There was once a daimyo from the Hirosaki domain in Tsugaru who built a residence in Midoricho on a large piece of land. On this estate was an almost 8-meter-tall tower that served as a lookout for fires. Only a designated firefighter was allowed to use the large drum that resided at the top of the tower in event of a fire. Though most towers use wooden blocks to sound the fire alarm, for some reason this residence was permitted to use drums. The residence and its special privileges led to much speculation and gossip among the townsfolk. Okay, Foot-Washing Mansion. This is the story of something that occurred in the dead of night in the residence of Mikasacho, modern-day South Warigasui Street in Kamezawa. A foul-smelling wind rattled the house. Suddenly, a giant foot, drenched in blood, smashed through the ceiling. "Wash!" it commanded. After the servants carefully washed the foot, it returned from whence it came, fixing the roof it had broken. A man who had been visited by the foot every night asked a friend to trade houses with him. That night, the foot stopped appearing. Wow. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm much more of a Western Tokyo person. I don't know too much about, like, Northeastern Tokyo. It's because I'm actually a Kanagawa person at the end of the day, but, yeah. So some of this stuff I've heard of, but some of it, are places that I'm just not familiar with. I don't know Sumitoku that well. The one-sided read. There was once an infamous rogue by the name of Tomezo who fell for a woman named Okuma. Tomezo persistently chased after Okuma, attempting to win her heart over and over again, but she rejected his advances each time. Enraged by her indifference to him, Tomezo brought a dagger to the canal near the Ryogoku Bridge and attacked Okuma. He cut the arm and leg off one side of her body, then threw them into the canal. Ever since then, the reeds growing along that canal have only sprouted leaves on one side. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a legit thing. Okay, ever-burning lantern. Oh, we got a bucket echo. On a bone-chilling winter's night, one may happen upon a soba cat along the canal known as South Warigesui. But there's something strange about this cart. Soba cart, oh man. About this cart. It's a yatai, oh man. No matter when one might visit, its owner is nowhere to be found. Yet the lantern that hangs from it stays perpetually lit, burning brightly even with no oil to fuel it. Should one attempt to put out the flame, it immediately roars back to life. However, there's also the tale of the never-burning lantern, another telling of the story in which the soba cart's lantern always remains dark, refusing to be lit. I kinda want soba. That sounds really good. Soba. Getting kinda hungry. Okay. Okay, so I checked those. Okay. Oh wait, she's coming back this way. Hey, what was that just now? Huh? Didn't you hear that? Nah, I didn't hear anything. You sure you didn't just imagine it? Maybe I did. But your special talent. You should have been able to hear it. Pay closer attention for me, okay? My special talent? What are you talking about? Huh? I meant your spirit sense. You look like you can handle your liquor. What? I have no idea what drinking has to do with it, but I don't think so. Well, you must. I mean, you can see me, right? Huh? We're macking on a ghost. We're trying to mac on ghosts. It's gotten late. Really late, actually. It's already past 1 a.m. There's a chill in the air. And I guess that's normal for this time of year. Or so I keep telling myself. These telephone booths are all over town. The lights are always on so that they can be used in an emergency. It's an interesting looking playground, blah 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 blah. Okay, that's the same stuff we already know. Alright. I don't know how she's so comfortable talking about spirits and the paranormal at this time of night. Either she's got guts or she's just used to it. Unless... no, it can't be. Oh, wait, you're kidding, right? About what? I mean, just now? Kinda sounded like you were saying only people with spirit sense can see you. Of course that was a joke, duh. You don't really think I'm some kind of evil spirit, do you? But yeah. I meant what I said about your spirit sense being strong. I bet you could down a whole gimlet in one gulp. Seriously. That's the real reason I asked you to help me with this 7 Mysteries of Honjo business. Okay, let me just clarify something. Are you saying you can actually see paranormal stuff? Sure. I can handle a solid Moscow mule. Why are you measuring this in terms of cocktails? Not a believer, huh? Well, that's no matter. But you have seen some weird stuff over the years, right? Weird stuff? Yeah, like things you could see but could never understand. You cannot be serious. I've seen ghost photos in magazines before, but are you telling me they really exist? You bet they do, but you can only recognize them if you really believe in them, so be careful. So even with my skill, I wouldn't be able to see them if I doubt they exist? That's right. The spirit world is all about the mind and the soul. You wouldn't be able to see a thing unless you're properly in tune. Sometimes people get caught up in the moment, thinking they might see something, and then they do, because they believed they would. So is that how it works? Yep, just like drinking. You'll never know how much booze you can handle unless you're ready to down some shots. I'm still not sure I get the drinking thing. You know, I realized how strange it was as the words left my mouth. Sheesh. Totally unrelated, but do you actually drink? Like, real alcohol, I mean. Whoa, talk about whiplash. Didn't expect you to start making small talk. Well, our conversation was getting a bit dark. I figured a change of topic might lighten things up. Oh, I see. If you really want to know. I like to think I can handle a few drinks. But to tell you the truth, I've never actually had a Moscow Mule. That's a shame, they're good. Really now? I just thought it sounded cool. I would like to try it, though. Why don't we go for a drink sometime, then? Ooh, are you asking me out? Oh, so you were after something else. No, that's not what I meant. I'm just kidding. I'd be up for that. But only if we find one of the 7 mysteries. Alright, let's get to work. I just remembered. I actually did some research on the 7 mysteries of Honjo at the library. You did? What'd you find? Well, I discovered a few interesting things. Oh, tell me everything. Although they're called the 7 mysteries, the literature lists 9 of them. Oh, I'm surprised you picked up on that. Nice researching. Some people think there could be up to 15. That's the thing about these old folk tales. Stuff gets added to them over the years. That's more extra stories than the main ones. Yeah, but the 7 mysteries rolls off the tongue way better than 9 or 15. If you say so. 7's also a more, auspicious number. It makes sense, don't you think? It's more likely to be passed on if it's easy to remember. That's a good point. Okay. So I read some of the stories, and none of them were, well, you know, scary. I thought they were supposed to be ghost stories. That's true. They're more like a collection of superstitions, really. But there are some pretty disturbing ones in the mix. Yeah, like the one that's supposed to take place here, the Whispering Canal. People who fished in the canal would hear a voice saying, "Leave it." They had to abandon their catch in the canal or take it. Right. Is that what you were expecting to find here in this park? Not quite. We were talking about a folktale from hundreds of years ago. After centuries of telephone game, who knows if anything is like the original story. So basically, you think the true story of the Whispering Canal might be completely different from what we know. Exactly. I mean, I'm sure it is. Aren't you curious? About what? People from around here have that expression, left at the canal, right? Meaning to abandon someone. The story is where it comes from. Except the story being told today is about fish. There's nothing about leaving people behind. Is this about, nandake? Nantiyundake? The whole thing where it's like, there's like 2 separate things where it's like you send your kids off into the mountains if you can't care for them to let them go starve, and then there's also the other one where you send off the elderly. Now that you mention it, that's true. So you're saying the original story maybe did involve someone being abandoned? I mean, I guess, if you don't understand how idioms work. That's what I'm trying to find out. Ah, gotcha. And if you can believe that, there might be hope for you yet. You can't be serious. Oh, by the way, were we talking about the Rite of Resurrection? Oh, your memory is as strong as your tolerance. I'm gonna start calling you Martini Man Shogo. I'm really climbing in the drinks menu, huh? So you know about it, huh? The Rite of Resurrection. A magazine ran a feature about it recently and got practically everyone talking about it. Like, everyone who? Really? Well, maybe that's where I heard about it. Still, I don't know. It seems a little too far-fetched to be true. So, the Rite of Resurrection is the forbidden art of bringing the dead back to life, concocted by a famous onmyoji from an ancient age. Rumor has it an old manuscript containing the actual concrete details about the rite was recently discovered. This rumor comes from a presentation given by a local historian, Hideki Haraishi, at an academic conference. Sure know a lot about this stuff. That's because I'm secretly a huge occult buff. I kinda got that. Oh. But if a researcher spoke about it at an academic conference, it must have some basis in fact. Exactly! That's why I believe the Rite of Resurrection is real. Now I'm starting to believe it too. Good. The pursuit of the unknown begins with belief. I got that from Professor Araishi himself. Okay, we'll look at that in a minute. Wait, hang on. I've got another question. You mentioned the Rite of Resurrection. Are you looking for that too? Does it have something to do with the 7 mysteries of Honjo? Ooh, you're sharp. I could just cut my finger on you. To tell the truth, it's actually the other way around. What do you mean? Well, I started off searching for the Rite of Resurrection. But along the way, I realized I needed to investigate the 7 mysteries of Honjo first. I see, so then... Yeah, I was gonna say that's my... Alright, who died? If you're looking for a way to bring someone back from the dead, does that mean you've got someone you want to bring back? You know what? Forget it. It just came to mind, so I thought I'd ask. Didn't mean to pry, sorry. No, it's fine. I figured I'd need to tell you at some point. It's... Ogopogo. Oh no. Ogopogo? Yeah, I want to bring Ogopogo back to life. Oh no. Oh, game. Come on. I'm here for dead humans, but... He died in an accident about a month ago. Ogopogo died? Oh, right. Ogopogo was my dog. I had him for 8 years. Ah, okay, your dog, gotcha. Spent a long time together. Losing him must have been really hard for you. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure if the rite even works on dogs. As soon as I found out about it, I knew I had to give it a try. I don't think I could forgive myself if I just let the opportunity pass by. This is just Japanese Frankenweenie. This is what's happening. Definitely. Well, now I understand why you feel so strongly about it. Thanks for telling me. I know this must be hard to talk about. But you know what? All that led to me meeting you. So at least something good came out of it. Though that doesn't mean I'll stop looking, obviously. Yoko, I'll do everything I can to help you. Yay! I'm so glad to hear that. Let's keep up the hard work then, yeah? Ishoni gambaro? So, about the connection between this rite and the 7 mysteries. Putting together everything we talked about, my guess is that the original stories behind the 7 mysteries, the true stories, are the key to find the Rite of Resurrection. And that's why you're here searching for one of them. Do I have that right? Wow, 10 out of 10. 10 manten. You're proving to be quite the capable assistant. Wait, since when am I your assistant? Anyway, this is all just hearsay, but... Some say what led to the 7 mysteries coming to be was the Rite of Resurrection itself. Huh? Don't the stories come from the Edo period? Thought the Rite of Resurrection was supposed to be way older than that. Right. It seems that an old myoji from the Edo period rediscovered the ancient art. That old manuscript I mentioned with all the details on how to use the rite, apparently it was written in the Edo period. Oh right, I never told you its name. The manuscript is called the Record of Fates. Whoa, what a name. And it speculates that the secret of the rite is hidden within the 7 mysteries of Honjo. So now, the 7 mysteries are a hot new trend. Among who? You know, this whole thing's starting to sound pretty questionable. Come on, remember what I said about pursuit of the unknown? It starts with belief, right? Okay. Whoa! What the hell? Feels like the air just changed. Think! Time to think. Okay. I'm checking my... Can I look around? I don't like that. I don't like what that implies. I don't like this implication. Something got Yoko really rattled. Oh, really that? You think? Shh. Yoko, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Stay with me. No, this can't be. No. I feel eyes on my back. I can't move. Is there something behind me? Yeah, bitch. Of course. Alright, before we turn around, let's check our stuff. Okay, Rite of Resurrection. As indicated by its name, this manuscript holds detailed instructions on how to perform the secret art of reviving the dead. This forbidden ritual is said to have been devised by a once famous onmyoji. Local researcher... Hold on a second, I need to make sure that Okay, we're good. Local researcher Araishi Hideki recently discovered the old manuscript and gave a presentation on it at an academic conference, sending ripples through the field of occult studies. Record of Fates, an old manuscript from the Edo period written by the sorcerer who recovered the Rite of Resurrection. It's viewed as a priceless and authentic document due to its detailed account of how to perform the ritual. Okay. Alright. So, let's whip. Whoop. Why? Yoko! I need drink. Yoko's pointing over here, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Still, she looks really spooked. I doubt she's making this up. Damn it, did I miss it? There has to be something strange around here. I should keep looking around. Alright, so there's gotta be... There we go. Ugh, I don't get this. What's going on? Did something happen? Yoko? Uh-oh. Well... GG, everybody. Huh? Huh? What the? What is... something's... What is it? Why is this happening? Still 1 a.m.? Yoko! Answer me, Yoko! No way. It can't be. Why? Why? What the hell just happened? No, damn it, I've got bigger problems. Yoko, just hold on, everything's gonna be okay. Oh god, she's not breathing. She's cold. I don't feel a pulse. This can't be happening. Okay, ambulance, right. I've gotta call an ambulance, I need a phone. The phone, I need to call an ambulance. My aircon just chose this moment to turn on. Thanks, aircon. Well, very well done. Right, the phone, I gotta call an ambulance. I called it in. The ambulance shouldn't be long. But is it gonna make a difference? Her body's gone stiff, her skin is cold, and I don't think she's breathing. She looks like a mannequin, more like a mannequin than a person now. I don't think there's any coming back from that. I don't get it. Just a few minutes ago we were chatting away without a care in the world. Yoko. How did this happen? How could someone so bright and bubbly just suddenly drop dead? Oh. Yomigarase. Huh? Oh, that's right! If the rite of resurrection she was talking about really does exist, there might be a way to bring her back. If someone can just drop dead out of nowhere like they were cursed, then why shouldn't it be a way to bring them back to life? Yoko believed in it, so I believe in her. It seems completely possible. Maybe, just maybe, I can still save her. Even if I've got to deal with the spirit senses and curses and whatever, I've got to try. Wait for me, Yoko. I promise I'll use the rite of resurrection to bring you back. Right before she died, I felt a strange presence a few times. And it seemed like she saw something. Something that shook her to the bone. There's definitely something strange going on, and it might still be here. What could she have seen? I like we're taking the time to, do this cool pose. She mentioned that the Rite of Resurrection and the Seven Mysteries were connected. So maybe whatever it was she saw had something to do with the Whispering Canal. Whoa! Damn it, that presence again. Must be around here somewhere, but where? There's something here, I know, I just need to look harder. Although, if some innocent poking around about the Seven Mysteries was enough to get Yoko killed, there's a good chance the same thing happening to me. But I already knew that when I decided to get involved. Okay. Alright, you sit tight there. We got some sort of cursed Nantoga here. Okay, playground is no longer selectable. We've already done... Oh, no, we can select the telephone booth again, I guess. Call the ambulance already. It should be here soon. Cold night air feels like it's pressing down on me. Just standing here makes me want to scream, but I've got bigger problems right now. Yeah, like the fact that you're about to be freaking, implicated in this woman's death, dude. Oh, of course. I don't know how it took me so long to realize. This has to be some weird prank she's playing. Any second now, she's gonna open her eyes, get up, and have a good laugh at how scared I was. Do you think she can, regulate her body temperature, dude? Right, Yoko? You can give it up now. Boy, did I fall for that one. You really got me good. Wait, no, I've got it. You were really some sort of spirit all along. There's no way you're really dead, right? I'm not even fooling myself anymore. There's no going back. Only forward. Alright, let's look at your little curse, Nantoka. Huh? There's something on the ground. Did Yoko drop this? I didn't notice it until now, but there's a small wooden sculpture by her side. It's 3 or 4 centimeters tall. Looks like it could be a keychain, but from how rotted it is, it's way too old for that. Despite how tiny it is, I feel an almost palpable malice radiating from it. What the hell is this thing? Cursed stone acquired. Whispering Canal. Interesting. Ugh. What the? Help me, leave me, it hurts, drop, dead? Are these the Whispering Canal's memories? Gah! Such deep sorrow, resentful memories flowing into my mind. Turn their backs, they'll walk away, leave me behind, drop dead. Okay. Kill them! Those who walk away. Kill them all! Acquire the power of the Cursed Stone Whispering Canal. You can use it to kill those who walk away from you. Press the Use Curse button to kill your target as they attempt to depart. Oof, damn. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Sa. Korose. 聞こえるか？自首よ。読み類秘術。いつと試し術。Yeah, okay. 呪い殺せ。よみがえりの秘術を。この呪いの力によって。 Tamashi. Yeah, okay. Tamashi. Okay. So, your files are updated. What the hell was that? It was like the curse's memories flowed directly into my mind. In an instant, I understood everything. When I picked up this curse stone, the Whispering Canal must have cursed me. I also heard a strange voice. It told me that if I want the right, I have to kill a bunch of people with this curse stone and collect their souls. I guess it's good to know that the right really exists. This thing wants me to kill people to get it? Screw that. Putting my own life on the line is one thing. Murdering other people is another thing entirely. And not just one person either. Scores, it said. So this is the curse of the Whispering Canal, huh? A curse that traps the soul of anyone who tries to walk away from me. But if I use it and collect enough souls, then I'll be able to bring Yoko back. And there was something about other curse bearers being worth more than soul dregs. Jeez. I'm really at a loss here. To murder or not to murder? Now I've got my own curse stone, and the curse of the Whispering Canal. I'm in way over my head. Was Yoko the one who dropped this curse stone? Does that mean she was the previous owner of the curse of the Whispering Canal? Then, did she know what the rite of resurrection involved? Maybe she was just, like, there to kill dogs. Feels like I'm being watched. Is someone there? Where are you? Oh, this guy. Okay, before we talk to you... Okay. Curse power. Kills by drowning one who leaves the curse bearer behind. Resentful memory. Poki loved fishing with her father, Jinkichi, more than anything. When their wicker baskets on their backs, they would leave for the canal every morning and fish till the evening. The miso soup her mother Koma made using the carp they caught was to die for. Her parents loved her dearly. One day, however, her father disappeared. Toki's mother went to look for him and never came back either. Those who came to express their concern eventually stopped visiting her out of fear. Toki continued to wait, all alone. Mother, father, where did you go? Don't leave me behind. Unable to bear the loneliness, she left her home and trudged along the roads until night fell. Neither her mother nor her father were anywhere to be found. Tears stung her eyes. Suddenly, the sound of fish splashing in the water cut through the silence. She found herself standing before the canal where they used to fish together. A taste of carp and the memory of her father's smile flashed across her mind. Without thinking, Toki walked into the moat. The sound of water splashing echoed through the night air. Passers-by thought of it only as the fish in the canal. Splashing faded, and the silence returned to the lonely night. Okay. Curse echoes are the visual manifestations of curses. These manifestations are fundamentally related to the origin of the curse. They don't always take the same shape, and may sometimes appear in more abstract or disfigured forms. They lack consciousness, unlike a spirit, and are thus the mere dregs of a soul. Curses are made tangible by what are known as soul dregs. Someone possessed by a curse that has a curse echo is called a curse bearer. A curse echo is in itself a curse, and a possessed curse bearer can inflict that curse upon others at will. A curse that comes with a curse echo is considered very powerful in and of itself. Ordinarily, those with no spirit sense would not be able to perceive a curse echo, but anyone who becomes a curse bearer can see other curse echoes. Old Netsuke carvings imbued with curses derived from the 7 mysteries of Honjo. Ordinarily, only those with spirit sense can wield such curses, but these curse stones allow ordinary people to use them just as lethally. When someone dies, their life essence leaves their body and becomes a soul. If one is killed by means of certain curses, however, their life essence will turn into a residue known as soul dregs. The rite of resurrection essentially uses these soul dregs as a sacrificial offering to bring back the dead, but the amount of soul dregs required depends on when the person being resurrected passed away. The more time has passed since their passing, the more soul dregs are required. Is there the 49 day 49 days pass or whatever, and then you're done. Now that I look closer, is there someone there? Hey, who's there? Oh, my. How unexpected. It was your curse that killed that poor woman, I take it. What? Cat got your tongue, Mr. Okie? Huh? A tall, humorless-looking man. He doesn't look familiar to me. He's acting like he knows me, though. Have we met somewhere before? Man, who is he? Looks to be in his 30s or 40s. He's all dressed up in a suit and tie, but somehow he looks real shady. What's he doing here? Was he watching us all this time? Something tells me curses are nothing new to him. If he's one of the other curse bearers, then I need to be careful. He might be here to kill me and take my curse stone. By the same token, killing him will net me a ton of soul dregs. Alright, I gotta face. I still don't have a clue who you are. How do you know me? Have we met? Dear me, it's always humbling to find that one is not well known as one believes. Perhaps my name will help you remember. I am Yomioka Takumi. Takumi Yomioka? Does that ring any bells? I think I've heard that name somewhere before. Maybe. So you do not even know my name. How disappointing. Disappointing, but fortuitous. Okay. Yomioka Takumi. Well then, Mr. Okie, allow me to make you a proposition. You have a curse stone in your possession. I would like you to give it to me. How do you know about that? Why, I saw the whole thing. It doesn't explain how you know what a curse stone is. Even I barely have a handle on it. You know about the 7 mysteries of Honjo and their curses and all that, don't you? But of course, those curse stones. They're terribly dangerous things, capable of killing without a trace so long as their conditions are met. I hadn't thought of it that way, but yeah. Imagine what might happen if one fell into the wrong hands. It would be safer in mine, don't you agree? Although it seems I arrived too late to stop you from killing that poor woman. What are you— that wasn't me! I'm willing to overlook your indiscretion, but only if you give me your curse stone. No way in hell! For all I know, the wrong hands are yours. Very well. I had hoped to settle this amicably, but you leave me no choice. This Takumi guy must have a curse stone of his own. He must or he can't. I mean, if he had one, presumably he would have just attacked before we knew. There's no way he has a curse stone of his own. If he did, he wouldn't be so eager to get his hands on mine. He wants one of his own. They're that powerful and dangerous. By the sounds of it, if I give him the chance, he'll try to take my curse stone by force. I have to keep him talking and figure out a way to get my curse out first. How can I get him to leave me behind? Though, it would be a waste not to take this chance to find out more about the other curse bearers. If I want to use my curse on him, I have to get him to walk away and leave me behind. Now, what would convince him to do that? Scenario 1. He does what he came here to do. Scenario 2. He suddenly needs to be somewhere else. He's probably here for the curse stone, so I don't think I'd get out of Scenario 1 alive. Scenario 2 means hoping something will happen by chance, and luck is rarely on my side. So my only hope is Scenario 3. Something makes it impossible for him to stay. I don't have to keep him away forever. Just need him to walk away once. Alright, what do we have? What can we use here? You doing alright? You okay there? And this is when we... Oh, okay. Got some sort of Onibi over here. Huh? What the hell is that? It looks like a light floating in midair? Okay, I can't do anything with the Onibi. Alright, let's check our files here. Okay. The man who was covertly watching Shogo Okie at Kinshibori Park. Okay. That didn't tell us much. Okay. Need a topic that'll keep him talking. My best bet would be about talking about Yoko about the Curse Stone. Probably about the Curse Stone. What do you want with my Curse Stone anyway? I intend to seal it away in a secure location so it may never be used again. I'm certain that you, too, would rather be free of this burden. Power to kill without fear of consequence is, in itself, a curse. There are many ne'er-do-wells in this world who could not resist the urge to use it. All the more so if promised the chance to resurrect the dead. You'll seal it away? How? Put it in the care of a sorcerer who's very well versed in supernatural matters. If I have gained your trust, I must ask you to hand me your curse stone. How do I know it wasn't you who killed Yoko with your curse? Mr. Okie, if you are hoping to trick me into revealing whether I possess a curse stone, I assure you, you cannot. It is your curse that was responsible, Mr. Okie, no matter what you might tell yourself. That doesn't make sense. I only found this after Yoko died. Oh? Don't play dumb. I know you're the one who did this. Whether you choose to believe me or not is your prerogative, but you are mistaken. But you should know that multiple curses awakened at once at the stroke of midnight. There are many other curses in Honjo, and many other curse bearers. It is not premature of you to assume that I'm the one responsible. Wait, so you're saying that at midnight a bunch of people became curse bearers? There's no point in continuing this conversation. For all I know, he could be telling me anything. Before I give you my curse stone, I want to know who you are. I need to know if I can trust you. A reasonable enough concern. Very well. I am an associate of the great sorcerer Suigen Gamyodo. Suigen Gamyodo? Indeed. You must have heard of him? I believe he was recently featured in a certain magazine. Your unfortunate companion there came seeking his counsel not a few days ago. It was from her I learned your name. I thought she would have mentioned me to you, but it seems it was presumptuous of me. When did this happen? Why, just 2 or 3 days ago. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not buying that. He knows I don't know who he is, so he's just trying to feed me a story. I've only known Yoko for a month, but she never mentioned to go and see some mystic. Although it is Yoko we're talking about here, so it's hard to say for sure. I hope that's enough to convince you that my hands are more than trustworthy. Alright, hold up a sec. Okay. Why are you so convinced it was my curse that killed Yoko? Why, it is simply that... Huh? I do believe I just saw your companion move. She what? For each of the 7 mysteries, there's a curse and a curse bearer, right? Do you know who any of the others are? And what would you do with that information? Your intentions are nothing untoward, I hope. It is in the hearts of the selfish and the insipid, of those who would be most tempted by the rite of resurrection, that the curses take root. And a curse's resentful memories impart a powerful urge to kill, as I am certain you are aware. You are a victim of circumstance, Mr. Okie, but your situation is exceedingly dangerous. You must relinquish your curse stone for your own benefit before it is too late. Too late? It's already too late. There's no going back. All I can do is keep pressing forward. And if you're going to stand in my way, then I'll have to stop you. Am I to take that as a threat, Mr. Okie? I would encourage you to exercise more discretion before you fall afoul of a curse. What are you doing? Should you not check on her? Yumioka Takumi, he said his name was. Doesn't take his eyes off me for a second. Even now he's staring right at me. The hell is he? Maybe if I focus I can recall something useful. Yumioka Takumi. How the hell does he know me? It's not like I've been getting out much. I barely have a life outside of work. Wait, that's it! My work! That's how he knows me! I've never actually met him, so it totally slipped my mind. Suigen Gamyodo my ass. This guy thinks he can sell me anything. I don't know, but I don't know if having figured that out helps me much right now. Takumi is the secretary to the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps, a chemicals company headquartered in Sumida City. Takumi worships the company chairwoman, Natsue Yamamori, and demonstrates his unwavering loyalty through his swift and exact execution of every task given to him. Just as Natsue Yamamori continues to exert tremendous influence over the company since her retirement from the presidency, so too does Takumi continue to support her behind the scenes. Acting as Natsue's mouthpiece in this capacity has earned him the ire of the most current president and the board of directors. Takumi knows the names and faces of not only all employees at the head office, but also the temporary workers in their factories and warehouses, and even their main suppliers. Oh, you're a Hubert! Oh! Oh no, I love you now! You're a poor little meow meow Hubert! Alright, okay, I'll check on her now. Hold on. Alright, how you doing? Yoko? Wait. She doesn't look any different. Ugh. No. Damn it. Oh. Shibo. My, Jess, you seem to have arrived at a less than favorable result. This is mere conjecture on my part, but perhaps you ought to be more careful about turning your back on unscrupulous individuals. To be fair, I did also exhaust absolutely everything before I had nothing else to do but turn around. Fear not, you may make as many attempts as you please before your unfortunate mishap. Very well, just remember, whatever you do, do not turn around. Okay. Okay. No wonder I didn't recognize him. He's way above us lowly peons. I've only ever seen him in the company of in the company bulletins. But he knew who I was. Could he have memorized the names and faces of everyone at the company? He works at Hihaku Soaps, just like me. He's the secretary to the chairwoman, Natsume Yamamori. Okay. Suigen Gamyodo my ass, I know who you are. You work at Hihaku Soaps, just like me. You're the chairwoman's secretary. You're a Hubert. Well, that took you long enough. Your lack of company loyalty is frankly astounding. Oh, go have a sokai about it. Allow me to reiterate my request, then. Not as a stranger, but as your superior. Hey, we're not at the office. You don't get to push me around like that. Why is our chairwoman's secretary even out looking for curse stones, anyway? I refrained from revealing myself precisely to avoid such questions, but I suppose needs must. Since the dawn of the Showa era, the land of Honjo has nurtured our company's growth, and vice versa. It is our duty to ensure that curses do not take root in this land we know as our home. I'm not sure I buy that. Like many things, it is not a matter that concerns rank and file. The chairwoman has no desire to spread fear through our beloved company's birthplace. Now, if that is all, I must insist you hand me your curse stone. Wait, I've got it! I know how I can convince him to leave! Oh crap, I totally forgot! What is it? Oh right, I forgot to mention I called an ambulance! It should be coming any minute now. An ambulance? Have you lost your mind? It will arrive to find you standing next to a corpse alone in the dead of night. No doubt they will hand you over to the police, who will have some questions for you. Probably, but I'm sticking with Yoko. Unless you want to join me in an interrogation room, you better get out of here. You're telling the truth, I see. They are getting closer by the second. I cannot afford to be waylaid at this juncture. I fear I must take my leave. Shogo Okie, you dare! He's dead. He's really dead. So this is what a curse stone can do. Whoa. 1% soul drugs. Okay, I guess he didn't have a stone. It's been an eventful hour. Inchincho. I left the park immediately. Felt bad for leaving Yoko, but I couldn't stay there. The emergency medical services will probably take care of her body. Takumi's too. This will be all over the news tomorrow. But until then, at least I know she'll be in a safe place. Alright. I have to find my next sacrifice quickly. I got no time to waste. I need to find the other curse bearers and collect their souls. Killing Takumi barely got me any soul dregs. Guess he mustn't have been a curse bearer after all. It's not enough. The soul of a non-curse bearer amounts to little more than leftover breadcrumbs. I have to think of places where other curse bearers of the Seven Mysteries would be. The curses were activated around midnight. The others are bound to be active still. I should check to see if there are any other places with connections to mysteries nearby. At the very least, another curse bearer might be thinking the same as me, meaning I could run into them. Let's see. Which of the Seven Mysteries is closest? Alright, I'm gonna stop here for right now. Alright, everybody. Thanks for joining. I will catch you guys a little bit later. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm looking forward to this one. It seems like it's gonna be fun. So yeah. Alright, take it easy, everybody. Have a great day and week. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful time. Talk to you later. Bye!